You remember this video I made? I made this video about Jeff Daniels. I actually didn't quite get it where I wanted to. The point is, everybody agreed that that song Jeff Daniels wrote was awesome, which, by the way, this is a really old song. Here's a performance from 13 years ago of him playing the song. We'll start with this one. First thing I didn't do in the previous video, I didn't have a thumb pick. I've never used a thumb pick. I've never tried it for more than 2 seconds. But he's using one, and I was trying to get this down without a thumb pick in that previous video. I haven't really tried to learn it again since. I think it might just help with articulation, and if you're good at this, you can do it without a thumb pick. The thing is, I can finger pick a lot of different types of things. No problem. What about this? The classic kind of rootsy train picking. Really trying to pay attention to all these amazing guitar players that I've been meeting who all don't use picks. I'm never gonna not use a pick, but I really think you should be able to play anything with your fingers that you can play with a pick to an extent. I'm not gonna need that. This is the thumb pick. Here we go, I've strapped it on. A little uncomfortable, to be honest with you. Don't think I'm a thumb pick guy, but today I will be. And I'm looking at his technique here. It looks like he uses his pinky to kind of plant it on the body. We're just going between these two strings as far as I know for the portion I'm gonna try and work on. So you'd think that this should be easy, right? Just don't stop doing this. As long as you have this D and G, everything else in between should be musically attainable for me. So why can't I do this? All right, let's just see. Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to be any good.
Another reason I think Travis picking could be difficult for me is because all the finger picking positions that I use, my hand is floating off the strings. You know, I'm doing a lot of percussive stuff, a lot of, you know, nuances that could be keeping me from being perfectly accurate when it comes to Travis picking. You cannot miss one of these bass notes or it's just not gonna be as effective. The technique isn't there. So I know that this is what I have to be able to do along with the other inserted rhythms that happen every now and then. And what I know also about myself is the difficult part comes when you have to attack notes right on the downbeat of these bass notes, where otherwise my tendency is to be offbeat or be more complicated. Yeah, right there. That has to be at the same time. That is the hard part right there. Ah, do you hear how it sounds awesome already though? I'm really only playing these notes here. But it's the rhythmic placement. At this point, that is most of the riff, but it is, I'm like shaking trying to get that down. I need to just practice it, and this is a helpful hint that I've taken from years of players telling me that this is what they do, and it's just also worked for me.
And that's this one simple thing. Anytime you're sitting around wasting time, scrolling through the mayhem of social media, the din of chaos that is our virtual lives.
If Disturbed wrote It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, why?
While turning your brain off can sometimes be beneficial, this switched off part of your brain is the perfect time to internalize muscle memory.
All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Anytime you find yourself with your hands potentially free, pick up that guitar. I'm just gonna practice those bass notes. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty good at procrastinating and being productive in other ways in order to avoid the thing that I really need to be doing. You can really justify a lot in your brain when you don't want to do something by doing other things that feel like you're doing things, but ultimately when you're sitting there like a jackass, you'll remember to pick up that guitar and get to practicing. It gets you through the doldrums of not being good at something. And it'll reveal things that you have to work on with your brain actually turned on.
Why do we always go faster when we don't have it even close? I just don't have any sort of freedom. I can definitely get it right 1 out of every 10 times. I'll accidentally play it right. That isn't mastering anything. So that is basically where I've always left Travis picking, is I can get away with it and maybe fool you, but I am sick of being a fool. I'm tired of being a poser, a Travis poser, not a Travis picker, a Travis poser. My name's not even Travis, it's Tyler. People used to call me Travis or Taylor, which is even worse. Oh, I hated that. For all the people who have been called the wrong name and all the people who ever just tried to be a sweet picker, but they can't sweet pick, but every now and then they can hit the pinch harmonic and it sounds really cool. This is for you. I'm gonna learn it for us. This thing's starting to hurt my thumb though. These are annoying. That's the top level, but I'm getting slightly closer. This is what the joy is, right here, that exact moment. That's why we do this. We don't do it for the end result. That little victory, that's what it's all about. All right, that's the next passage that I gotta get down because that is a lot of string skipping.
It's okay. You don't have to be any good.
That is the motion. Whoa, that's tough.
It's okay. You don't have to be any good. It's okay. You don't have to be any good.
That is not anything I've ever played before. It's not in this song. This is actually the reason that you learn other people's stuff, is because you find reasons to put it in your own stuff and it comes out in your own unique voice. That's really cool. I might come up with some more Travis picking things in the future, but focus. You know, I haven't actually thought about the guitar itself. Does that matter? Maybe if I had a very special guitar to help channel the real mojo that I need to play this successfully. Doesn't Jeff Daniels have a signature Martin guitar? They're not really available online though. I don't think they really sell them in Guitar Center. But I do know somebody at Martin, and maybe this is the last percentage point that I need to reach 100% awesome Travis picking Jeff Daniels style.
Perhaps you just need a little more practice.
Come with me, won't you?
You don't need to drag me. I'll go to the Martin showroom anytime. Just ask me nicely.
Hmm?
2012.
2012?
Yeah.
That's when this was built. This is the 7th one.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Martin for getting this prototype Jeff Daniels signature guitar. Did you know Martin made a signature Jeff Daniels guitar? Apparently the world is just finding out about how good this guy is, so I'm glad to be a facilitator in that education. Jeff Daniels is the man. Martin guitars rock. This is an amazing guitar. Glad I got to play it and finish off this odyssey of Travis picking. I still think I'm not quite there yet because I just couldn't, the thumb pick, it's not for me. And maybe that's because I just haven't practiced enough.
It's okay. You don't have to be any good.
Glad to bring you along the journey. Thank you for your support. And until next time, thumb pick flick. I gotta flick it with my thumb. Look, I couldn't even. That's why I can't use thumb picks.